it's nice to wake up and have all this nature around you, but then it's also very irritating just because all I want to do is just enjoy like life, and it feels like every ability that I've had to do that has just been stripped from me, and I'm just being stabbed with needles every fucking second. I wake up this morning and it's like I gotta come out and take care of the animals, and that's fine. Like, I live on a ranch, and so you have to take care of the animals, but I wake up in tears. And the tears that I wake up in are because it was almost like I was dreaming before I wake up, but the dream that I was having before I woke up was people listening to the Rock and Tree. And then, but it wasn't just people listening to Rock and Tree, it was the messages coming from Rock and Tree, which is like a really intense, story of like memory. Like, I don't know how to categorize that. Tale from long ago, like once upon a nightmare. Like, it just, the pieces do fit, but I'm not going to quote any Maynard lyrics right now. I'm really not in the mood for Tool. Although I feel like I am a tool, not like I'm a tool, like I'm a fucking asshole, jackass, but I'm like supposed to like tune up things, but it's like I should just tune up myself. Like, who am I to just fucking bumblebee tune at everybody? I'm not trying to do that. I just wanted to be a better mom to my son. And then through this, I've discovered like Joni. Joan of Arc was a messenger. Okay, so I'm the messenger here. So then it's like, go stand on your fucking box on the corner and scream your message into people. That just makes them crazy, and it makes them fucking kill you. But it's like, that's what happens, because it's like the messages that I'm getting are these very intense, very important things that I feel like need to be out, and the only way for me to get them out lately is just to this, like, BandLab, which isn't even for this, really. This is not podcast era, but just having the timestamps on there and being able to prove that I'm the person saying the things that I'm saying at some point is going to matter. It's just like the messages are for me. And so this morning I wake up and I feel like I would wake up and I would pray. I would lay face down in the kitchen like a plank and just submit myself to the ground and be like, look, the sun is not up yet, but this is me. I am here, and I'm wanting to connect to you for the day, and then whatever it is that I want. Usually it's let them see the truth and let them bring us help. Please let today be the day where they bring us help. Please let today be the day where they bring us help. And that's been the day for so many days. And it's like, it's never the day. He says, I feel it. It's coming. You just have to be patient. They're very slow. They just don't get the message the same way, though. And the people that do get the messages like that, they don't listen to them anymore. Or the people that get the messages for them like that, they don't hear them the same way anymore. They hear them with ears that have been trained over time to hear other things that other people have put in. And even now, how do I know that I'm not training my ears to hear things that I haven't heard? But it's like, these are things I haven't heard. They're just things I feel. And it's like that sound of silence where it's like, people don't talk, you don't have to. And it's like, I had this mind hack workshop that I developed for like 20 years. And it gives you the ability to telepathically commune. And I've been using it to communicate with my son, who's nonverbal autistic, to give him a voice, to help protect him in this world where people would beat him down like they have me. But I have a voice, but they don't listen to me. They don't hear me. They don't see me. They just think I'm some crazy freak. They don't even take the time to digest what I have to say. And I haven't even been able to take the time to digest it. I just keep throwing it up every day. Well, today was the day it was different a little bit. And this whole, because I played the Rock and Tree for friends of mine, but I didn't even get feedback. So I don't ever have feedback of what it means to people to hear it or anything. It's just another thing that's in my head that I can't get out. And it was like just the way that civilization has gone and the different like worlds that have been here. They're here, but they seem like otherly worlds. But there have been otherly worlds that have come here to help. And then everything gets destroyed. And it's like a target, like the center of 8 rings. Like everything started and then it grew outward, 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 like rings, like a drop in water would make rings that go out. And so we're either on the very outermost ring or we're very in the innermost dot right now, which I think we're in the innermost dot. But there are these spiritual lanterns that like transgress like an upside down, right side up triangle. And so if you take like the point of a pyramid or a cone, that is like a voice that you speak into like a megaphone. And so the message comes in at that point and radiates outward so everyone can hear it. It's like kind of how the pyramids were sort of based like that in a metaphorical way, just for spiritual communion. But we're at that point right now where these messages are coming in and we can either sink back into what's been and destroy each other again or go forward with the new things that we have. I don't know any of those people. None of those people want to talk to me. I don't know what kind of things my family and friends and ex have really been involved in. It seems like all kinds of crazy stuff, but down to the brass tacks, it's like, no, I haven't had verbal confirmation from not one of them. It doesn't matter because I've had, hey, calm the fuck down. It's three little dogs over here, crazy. I've had confirmation from all kinds of spirits, the earth. So even though people haven't resonated, it's like they may end up killing you for what you have to say. Because I'm like, fuck, they're gonna kill me for the shit I'm saying. It's like they do, but that's fine because then you'll just be with me where you should be anyway. So I keep feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for anybody. It's like I feel shameful for who I am, and I feel disgusting for how I've been treated. That I'm just covered up, and I don't want anyone to touch me, and I don't want anyone to do anything other than just embrace me, give me a hug, and say it's okay. But I don't have anyone to do that. Like. My family, they don't act like that. My dad thinks I'm fucking crazy. For him to give me a hug, it's like that awkward, like, hug pat on the back that you get from someone that doesn't know you too well when you're sad and like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But you don't feel comfortable enough to hug them, but you just want to try and comfort them. So you very creepily lurch over them and give them, like, the weird little taps that just seem extra creepy because they're like, either touch me or don't act like you care, and then just stand there all freaky and probe me with your fingers. You know, it's just, that's what fucking people do. They just don't understand. And then it's like the messages come so fast because I'm not able to receive them in a place where I should be able to like meditate and commune and cleanse and get them the way I need to get them. So I'm frustrated and I'm angrily lashing out at others. And it's like the people that I come from, that happened to them before and they killed everybody. But then that's why they ended up getting killed. And then it's just like, that's what happens here. Is people just keep fighting over and over and everyone just keeps dying. At some point, it's like you have to just stop and change and be reborn in a new way where you just do everything different with love. And that's like hard for me to say because I feel like I keep saying I fucking hate everybody. It's like I really don't hate everybody. I just hate the way everyone's made me feel. But in this whole like ring target kind of civilization, it's like if the Nordic Vikings were, say, on the most northern side of things and like in an outer ring. And they used to say the Vikings, they charted through this world with the stars with some sort of weird, I mean, they don't really know how they got around the way that they did. And there are things that I've heard online where they like came through tunnels of tornadoes and shit, so, you know, or portals, and who knows if that's true or not. It's like there are ley lines and things that seem like portals everywhere where I experience all kinds of things that I've never thought before, and people wouldn't even believe it if they saw it or thought about it. It's like, where did that even come from? It's some new channel that no one's ever known, and it's like I'm like this needle that's been passed through all these ways. Like I came from this outer ring, as all these other ones, they had to keep me away from each place. And it was like at some point, the place was all men because I think they killed all the women. I'm not really sure how it ended up happening. And then all the women were in another place. And it was like the men realized that they didn't really need the women. And then they would fuck each other. But then they were like, we're not having any babies. Is that how babies happen? Like, it was a very long time before it even became this Mesopotamian last time. This was before. But then the women figured out some shit and they started trying to control things, and then they would go and get men from the man place dressed as men. So I think at some point there were women that were dressed as men, and then they made it seem like they had to hide them, but they weren't really hiding them. They were farming them for the place where they would take them, which they would trick them. Like, oh, they're all virgins over here. Let's go. But then, they might have been, and that might have been heaven to them. But it was a whole different realm where all the women just were. But then it's like, then all the women got old. And then that's when they started stealing the men, and then everything got all fucking crazy and power trip. And then it's like, don't look at them, and then don't look at me. And then it's just the different civilizations here on Earth. They went through all of the different realms where then they tried to bind them and keep them small because they didn't want anyone to hurt them because they don't hurt children. So then the women were bound to keep them small. So then there's those other areas where they did that just to keep them precious, and then they kept them somewhere precious because they were. But then things get contrived over time where that just becomes a thing that they do instead of a necessity to keep people safe. And these are the messages that I just get all of a sudden when I wake up in the morning, and I just don't want to come on. The people around me that understand that I'm going through like this crazy ass like spiritual like revolution alone, fighting these fucking demons of yours alone, figuring out how to remove them alone. And all I'm getting from it is like suffering and pain, and it's draining it and deeper, and it's really rough to deal with. And I'm like, where are the people that are supposed to help me? There's supposed to be people that are supposed to help me. That's why I feel like there's supposed to be people keeping us safe, keeping my son safe, keeping me safe. Not that I'm scared. It's just that I have to do things that you people are not prepared to do. And the time has come. And the messages I get are they're around you. They're all around you. They're just supposed to step up and help you. If they don't, they'll just kill you and you'll come back to me. But I don't want to do that. I'd be pissed as fuck. I wouldn't want to even talk to him. I'd say, fuck it, and I'd go into my own place. So maybe that's what keeps happening. So maybe it's got to inspire people to come help me more. I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm important or special or anything. Just that I have been wronged where I'm at. So beyond all the theological shit that I'm bringing, just out of like GPs and the shit that's gone wrong, people should just step up and be like, fuck, we're sorry that we fucked up with this thing with your kid or the school or the cops or the sheriffs or your ex or the producers or these fancy ass directors or whatever the fuck, trying to be like, who's Morrison's daddy, but then who's Morrison's mommy, but then he's like, I'm dying and you have to do this, and then he faked his own death, he's pretending to be a woman. Like, I don't know, it's like he's also becoming a puppet to reenact all these. If you go through the charters of his sickness in his head, I'm sure you would be able to put like a pictorial to some of the stuff that I say, because at some point I did love him and I saw the goodness inside of him. Fuck, if I ever want to see it now, out of the horrible things that he's done, he should just be destroyed completely. I don't even ever want to hear another name like his name. I'm at the point where I don't even ever want to see another person, but I don't want to be alone my whole life, and I feel like he set everything up to like, if I can't have her, no one will. And he would ruin me, and then he thought maybe I would just get so upset about everything I would kill myself. I do feel like that every day. But I respect life too much to do that. And I know the horrible places that you'll go when you do that. You escape from here that way before you're supposed to, you go to a worse place. You just have lessons to learn here. Fuck, I have lessons to learn here. I'm just learning that I have lessons to learn here. There are so many lessons that I have yet to learn here that I'm very scared for those of you that don't even know the things that I know, because I need to talk to people about them. He says they're there. They're listening. They're trying to figure it out. Anyway, I wish today was the day that they would come through. Not that wishes ever do come true, but I still have faith that they do. Not that the wishes come true, but that the people come through. Because I feel them doing it. I feel them accepting me already. Where I go from there, I don't know. But I know the love is there. And it makes me so upset that I don't have it. It's like, I need it now. When I need it now, I need a hug now. I need to know that everything's fine. And like, you look around me, it's like, fuck girl, everything is fine.